Hello everyone, Teacher Julie here from teacherjulieonline.com, and I am here with a walkthrough video for the VIPKid mock class, lower levels 2 and 3. This will be lesson B. Now, I am assuming if you are watching this video and you want to certify for the lower levels 2 and 3, that you have already watched my video on lesson A. In that video, I spend the first 6 minutes or so talking about the different letters that are in the corner of your lessons. The letters are I, P, A, E, and D. And I go through each of those letters and explain what they mean. So if you don't know what that means, I would suggest going back and watching my other video on lesson A and watching the first 6 minutes of that video. I'm not going to talk about that again, so that this video might be a little bit shorter. Okay, I am ready to jump into the lesson. Remember, you should have practiced both lesson A and B because you won't know which one you will be teaching until you get to your actual lesson. And the person who is working with you tells you, I want you to teach lesson A, or I want you to teach lesson B. So here is the walkthrough of lesson B. This lesson is called My Friends and I, My Toys. The vocabulary words we want the students to produce are kite and doll. The verb we're working on in this lesson is fly, and we are working on some pretty complex sentences. So that's a little bit different than lesson A. In lesson A, we were really focusing on simple vocabulary words and simple sentences and then a phonics component, and this one is a little bit more advanced, in my opinion, for a level 2 student. So it's going to be one of your later lessons in this unit. So here we go. Let's begin. This is actually lesson 8 in this unit. So you will get to the title slide and you'll see again Meg and Mike, and you will see the title of the slide, My Friends and I, My Toys. This is your welcome slide. This is where you will open the lesson, and this is where you will greet your student. Remember, you want to be happy and smiling and animated, lots of big waves. You are excited to see the student. Remember, the student might be young. This might be the very first time they have ever opened their camera and seen an American teacher on the other side. This might be the first time they've ever spoken any English, so keep all that in mind. Now, for your mock lesson, of course, you're teaching an adult who is going to be pretending to be a child. So, but just always have in your mind that this is a child across from me. Okay, hello! Hello, hello. My name is Teacher Julie. Teacher Julie. What is your name? Andy. Hello, Andy. My name is Andy. Remember, you're trying to get them to repeat. They always need to be practicing how they greet. My name is Andy, or I am Andy, if you want to shorten it a little bit. You can also ask, how old are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're usually about 5, so they might say, I am 5, or they might say 5, or they might not say anything. You're getting them to repeat the sentence, I am 5, or I am 5 years old. Good job. You can say, how are you today? And I like to use my faces. This helps them know what you're looking for. Happy. Sad. Are you happy? I am happy. Yay, Andy. Good job. Are you ready? Let's go! Okay, let's transition to the reward slide. The reward slide in this one is an interactive drag and drop. They're going to move toys into the shopping cart. If you choose to use this reward, you would say, Andy, when you do a good job today, you get a toy! Again, you can show any toys that you might have. Toy! Toy! so they know what you're talking about. Show them how to drag and drop into the cart. If you choose not to use the interactive slide, remember you can always use your own. Here is another example of one of my rewards that I like to use for lower level students. Gumball Machine, and we pick colors of gumballs. When you do a good job, you get a gumball! And then you can ask them what color, and then you can put them on the machine. Okay, remember, you do not have to have a reward like that. Okay, you can simply use the interactive slide if you want to. Let's move on to the next slide. You will see on this slide you've got an I for introduce, and you're introducing the vocabulary words. We have two words that we want the students to produce, kite and doll. You want props for each one. So I simply use a clip art of a kite and I fly it. Kite! Kite! Different voices, loud and quiet. Kite! Multiple times. Kite, kite, kite. Really getting them to practice their pronunciation for kite. Circle the picture of the kite on the screen. Circle the word kite so they're matching everything up. Next word is doll. Circle doll. Circle the picture. Have your prop. Doll! Doll, doll. Get them to say that several times. Then you also want them to repeat the sentence on this slide. Sentences. Underline the sentence. I fly my kite. And you're breaking that sentence down into each word. You're specifically saying each word and pronouncing each word carefully so they can repeat and model your pronunciation. Do this several times. I fly my kite. I fly my kite. Circle the word kite, the orange word in the sentence, so they're seeing that, identifying with the kite. You might even write it on your whiteboard. Kite, and underline K so they can see that kite begins with a K. Do the same thing for this is my doll. This is my doll. Hold it so they can see it's my doll. This is my doll. Circle the word doll so they can see it in the sentence. Maybe write it on your whiteboard. This is not necessary. It's just another step so they can see doll. Doll. That is it for that slide. Next slide is practicing these vocabulary words. Okay, on this slide, the student is to practice the vocabulary words doll and kite. They are written at the top, so you will start by circling doll and getting them to repeat again. Doll. Maybe showing on your whiteboard where you wrote it. Doll. And of course showing your prop. Doll. Getting them to repeat. And then circle kite. Same thing. Kite. Get them to repeat. Show the prop. Kite. Show the word. Kite. Then come down to the bottom where the sentences are, where they are supposed to fill in the blank with the correct word. So I would come down here and underline. She flies a... And you want them to say the word kite. If they need help, you can show the kite. Make sure you're doing the TPR to show kite and get them to draw a line. That's the skill for this one. You might have to model it. Draw a line to the blank from the word kite to the blank. She flies a kite. And then go to the next sentence. Underline. This is her... And you want them to say doll. Good job. Doll. Get them to draw a line from doll to the blank. That's what you do for that slide. On the next one is when we apply the vocabulary words. This is a drag and drop. Remember, you might have to model this as well. You can model with your mouse. They might not have a mouse. You can model with your phone and show them how to drag and drop. You can show a picture of an iPad. Whatever it takes to get them to move that word into the box. So all it is on this slide is a picture of a doll a picture of a kite, and they are dragging the word into the box. And you're getting them to repeat those words again. Doll and kite. Yay! Very good job, Andy. You're doing so great. Give a reward. Okay, you can go back to the interactive reward slide. If you're using that one, you click on the little gift box at the bottom. It jumps to the interactive slide, and they can drag their toy into the cart, and then you can click on the return. I don't remember what that button looks like, and it returns you back to where you were. Or you can do your reward that you have on your own. Either one. The next slide is where we introduce the verb, and the verb for this lesson is fly. And they mean fly as in fly a kite. So I don't think that we have to show fly like a bird or fly like an airplane. We're simply working on fly as in fly a kite. So I would circle the word fly. This is where we want them to repeat it multiple times. Fly. Good job. Fly, fly. And then we've got 3 sentences at the bottom that they need to repeat. Remember to look at the tips along the bottom of your slide, and all it says is they have to repeat the word and the sentences. Repeat. That's it. Okay, so I would circle the picture of the little boy. He flies a kite. He flies a kite. It might be a good idea to bring out your boy and show your boy flying the kite. He flies a kite. And then the next one. I fly a kite. Get them to repeat that. And then we've got one more. Circle the little girl. My sister flies a kite. You could show the girl again. Okay, because she's a she. My sister flies a kite. And you're getting them to repeat those words. Remember to circle the orange words, which is the vocabulary word. That always draws their attention to that word so they can get it in their brain. Flies, fly, flies. Next slide. Practicing the verb. This is where they have to choose the correct use of the verb. Again, this is a very difficult skill for a lower level student. A beginning English student has a hard time conjugating fly and flies. So what I would do is I would make a chart on my whiteboard, not necessarily a chart, but I would make a chart with she, he, I, and they. Because those are the ones you're using in this lesson. She flies. He flies. Again, you might want to draw attention to the S at the end for he and she. I fly. They fly. This is just going to be like a cheat sheet for when they have to do this if they need help. So then you are going to ask the question. Who flies a kite? Hold up your girl, because the first one is she. Okay. Who flies a kite? She flies a kite. Go ahead and say the sentence, have them repeat it, and then see if they can drag and drop flies. She flies. Can you drag and drop flies? And get them to drag flies into the blank. The next one is they. Who flies a kite? They fly a kite. They fly. Get them to drag fly into that blank. And the last one says I. So again, who flies a kite? I fly a kite. And see if they can drag fly into the blank. Each time you are getting them to repeat back these sentences. She flies a kite. They fly a kite. I fly a kite. The next slide is when they apply the verb. Again, fly. And this has boxes that you will click it has a little speaker, which is telling you that it's going to be a sound slide. There's going to be a sound on there. And the tips say that they are to drag the picture into the corresponding box that matches the sounds. So for example, you would ask the question, who flies a kite? And then this is what I do. I circle that first speaker in that first box, and then I play it. And I'm not sure which one that says, but one of them is going to say, she flies a kite. One of them is going to say, he flies a kite. And one of them is going to say, I fly a kite. So again, you can refer back here and see if they can match. She flies, he flies, I fly. They should be able to do this and drag the picture to the corresponding box. Always praising, always encouraging, and this might be a good spot to stop and give another reward. Good job, Andy! You are doing amazing! Give me 5! Woohoo! Really encouraging them and cheering them on. The next slide is where we introduce a sentence frame. Okay, this is a little bit different than Lesson A. This is a bit more advanced. So at this point in the student's VIPKid career, they're about midway through Level 2. So this is Level 2, Unit 5, but they are almost at the end of this unit because it's Lesson 8. So that's why we're being introduced to a little bit more advanced sentence structures. So on this slide, you are getting them to answer a question with yes or no. And as always with VIPKid, we want them to answer with a full question. We don't just want them to say yes or no. We really want them to extend that out. So the first question says, do you throw a ball? And the picture is showing a boy throwing a ball. Underline it. Yes! And make sure you have big nods so that they know that this is yes. Yes! I throw a ball. You can have your ball prop again to make sure that they remember throw a ball. Do you throw a ball? Yes! I throw a ball. Good job getting them to repeat that. Yes, I throw a ball. Then circle the next picture. It's a picture of an empty swing. And it says, do you swing on a swing? And they would say, no. You can model no like this. You can model no like this. You can model no like this. No, I don't swing on a swing. This is a longer, more difficult sentence frame, so you might want to break that apart. No, I don't swing on a swing. Okay, that's all you have to do for that one. You're just really getting them to practice answering yes or no, and then adding that extension at the end. Because in the next slide, where they practice the sentence frame, you are going to sort of have an opportunity to pick and choose how you want to teach this, because the objective is to get them to look at the picture, and depending on what question you ask, they need to know how to answer. So for example, the first picture shows a little girl flying a kite. So you can show that, circle that picture, and then you might ask, do you fly a kite? And according to the picture, they would say, yes, I fly a kite. Yes, I fly a kite. Okay, let's say, so the second picture shows a little boy throwing a ball, holding a ball. You could circle that one, and you could say, do you fly a kite? Do you fly a kite? And really ham this up, like your facial expressions. That's how I really get kids, if they're not getting it, and I want them to say no, I, make faces like that, or do you, if you're going to want them to say yes. Okay, so really using your facial expressions helps a lot. So on this one, I'm wanting them to say, no, I don't fly a kite. So, do you fly a kite? No, I don't fly a kite. And then you could follow up with, do you throw a ball? Yes, I throw a ball. I hope that makes sense. The last picture is a little girl on a swing, so you would do the same thing. You could circle that one, and then you choose what you want them to answer. Do you want them to answer in the affirmative or the negative? So I might circle it. Do you swing on a swing? Yes, I swing on a swing. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, let's move on. This is kind of the same thing, but now we're not using you and I. We're answering with he or they. So again, it's the same thing. The first picture has two kids flying a kite. I would circle it, and I would start with the easy one. Do they fly a kite? And you want them to say, yes, they fly a kite. Okay? You could circle the middle picture. It's got a man and two kids swinging on a swing. You could, again, maybe get them to answer in the affirmative on this one. Do they swing on a swing? Yes, they swing on a swing. Good job, Andy. Awesome. The last picture is a little boy throwing a ball. You could circle it. Does he fly a kite? Does he fly a kite? No, he does not fly a kite. Okay, he throws a ball, and you want to get him to say that. All right, it's a lot. It's kind of a lot, but you can do it. The last slide is an extension slide, a free talk slide. It's got a little girl flying a kite and a little girl throwing a ball. Again, this is where you can kind of gauge the student's level, how much the student has done independently already. Can they answer these questions? Again, you might ask something like, do you fly a kite? Yes, I fly a kite. Do you throw a ball? Does she throw a ball? You can look at these pictures and kind of think about questions that you might ask. What color is the ball? The ball is white and red, or something like that. Okay, there's lots of options with this slide, and you really have to see where the student is and how the student has performed so far in the lesson. Now, because you're with an adult who's acting like a student, I would have some questions just ready to go, and stick with those sentences that you want them to practice. So, do you fly a kite? Yes, I fly a kite. Do you throw a ball? Yes, I throw a ball. Okay? The last slide is the goodbye slide. Andy, good job! You did wonderful in our lesson today! Give me 5! Woohoo! You earned all 5 stars! Very, very good! It's time to say goodbye! I'll see you next time! Bye, Andy! Okay, end scene. That's it. That's it for lesson B. At the end of this lesson, the person who has been watching you will give you some feedback. They will tell you things you did well and maybe some things you need to work on. And then you will hear back from VIPKid on whether or not you are ready to move forward or if they want you to do another mock class. If you are told to do another mock class, that is absolutely normal. And many teachers are asked to do a second mock class, and that is great because it just gives you more opportunity to practice. And we always want to be the best that we can be before we're in front of that real student, right? So if you come to that point and you need to do another class, then you and I will go over your feedback and we will discuss some tips and things that you could do differently, and then we'll go ahead and sign up for that next class. So I hope this was helpful. If you would like to view my other one on Lesson A, you can find that on my channel. I will also put walkthroughs for the upper levels, 4 and 5, those lessons as well, so you can go and find those. I wish you the best of luck. You've got this. It's going to be great. Don't be nervous. It's not as hard as it seems, or maybe it doesn't seem hard. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I am teacherjulieonline@gmail.com. Good luck, and I will see you soon. Bye!